येन भूतले स्वयंरूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं कदाचन स्मृते यस्मिन् दुष्करं सुकरं भवेत् विस्मृते विपरीतं स्यात् श्रीचैतन्य नमामि तं जय जय श्रीचैतन्य जय नित्यानन्द जय अद्वैत चन्द्र जय गौरभक्तवृन्द जय जय श्रीचैतन्य जय नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत चन्द्र जय गौरभक्तवृन्द जय जय श्रीचैतन्य जय नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत चन्द्र जय गौरभक्तवृन्द. Hi Krishna devotees, welcome you all. Today morning, the most auspicious Pandava Nirjala Ekadashi. Today we are using this time to discuss a very beautiful pastime of Panihati Chida-Dahi Festival, which is just in 2 days. So let us, most of you devotees would have heard and celebrated the festival for many years, but for our own purification, let's discuss the pastime again. So this pastime, the significance we'll discuss at the end. So we will first go through the pastime. So this the star of this show is, as usual, and the two brothers, Gaur Nitai, Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, and who is non-different from Krishna and Balaram. And maybe you could call another key person part of this entire pastime is Raghunath Das Goswami. So we would go through. So all of you know Raghunath Das Goswami is one of the 6 Goswamis. So whose picture is also there on the altar. We always pay pranams whenever we go to the temple. So we will know a little about Raghunath Das Goswami and the pastime. So Raghunath Das Goswami was born in 1495 in Krishnapura, currently Saptagram, which is in West Bengal. And his father was the famous Govardhana Majudar, who was very famous person because they were part of the government. They were ministers in the government. And he was a very rich kid, he was born in a very wealthy family. But even despite being in a very wealthy family, born in a very wealthy family, having all opulences, he was lacking something in him. So he was always attracted to because he lived at the time when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was personally present on this planet. So Raghunath Das Goswami was always attracted to the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He wanted to go and serve Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu somehow. So, but his family, like a very aristocratic family, having a very good record of doing government services, and their parents obviously want him also to take up such roles. They don't want him to become a renunciant, a monk. So they tried their best to hold him up, but Raghunath Das Goswami would always want to go out of the house and take part in the Sankirtan mission. So Raghunath Das, very tactically escapes from his house, goes to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and asks, "Give me a shelter." Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructs that you go back to your house, do nice service, being in the household life, and you can continue serving me. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent him back with because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told go back. So because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was his whole life, so he accepted what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, and he would go home, perform his household duties. But he was always, lacking. In the daytime, he had a lot of occupation, like he had to do too many things. But in the night, there's always that emptiness. He always felt separation for Krishna Chaitanya, and he wanted to go back. Every day, he would plan: what do I do? How do I go? How can I convince? So again, but his father was very strict, so he put security guards at his house. There were 10 guards at least to make sure that this person, Raghunath Das Goswami, is not going out of the house. And then they also thought, oh, our son has opulence equal to Indra, because his father was earning 12 lakhs coins every month. It's not an LPA, it is a MPA, monthly 12 lakhs, which is difficult even for most of the people now with so much of you know industrialization. But imagine in 1400s, late 1400s, earning 12 lakhs per month. Father was earning so much, so father had everything. He appointed all these people, and husband and wife, Govardhan Majumdar and his wife would talk, our son has opulence as good as Indra, but he's going out always. Why he doesn't want to stay in this opulence? Then they decide, okay, let us get him married. If he gets a beautiful wife, then he would be attached to household life. So they get him married, and even after marriage, he's not very attracted to family life. He because uh, the spirit soul is always hankering for love. Is always hankering for some shelter. Some emptiness is always there. That was there in Raghunath Das Goswami also. So he always was attracted to the lotus feet of Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So nothing material opulence did not give him any pleasure, did not hold him at house. Even a wife as beautiful as the Apsara, did not hold him back at the house. And he wanted to go back to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he tactfully, he walked out, but his father would again bring him back. So every day this would happen. And one fine day, what happened? So Raghunath Das Goswami's uncle, who is his father's brother, Hiranya, his name was Hiranya Majumdar. So they were collecting taxes. So their role was to collect tax, like 20 lakh coins from the public, and submit 150 to the government and keep 50 for them. But they were little greedy. They gave only 130 or 120 to the government and hold extra 30,000 coins or something like that with them, and they were not doing nice things. So because they were after material attachment, so the person who was previously in that role, who he was envious. When I was in the role, I did not make so much money, but this person is making so much money, so I should tell to the government and prison them. So he goes and tells, but by that time, this Hiranya Majumdar escapes. And then so they catch hold of this man, because he's also catch hold of Raghunath Das Goswami, because he's also part of that tax collection duty. So they catch hold of him, and then they take him to the prison, and they put him in the prison. And now Raghunath Das Goswami, at least his house he could escape. Only 10 guards were there. Now in the prison, he's jailed, with iron rods. Now he wants to get out. So he's asking this person who was cause of putting him behind the bars. He's requesting, oh please put me out. Take me out of this place. But that person is saying, no, I will not. Ask your father and father's brother to come meet me, give my share. So like that, some threatening is happening. And then Raghunath Das Goswami was so intelligent that he knew how to speak. So he spoke to that person saying that, you see, you and my father are like brothers. So if you're like my father's brother, then you're also like my father. And then because you're like my father, I'm your son. So how can you put your son into the jail and trouble your son? Please let me go. I will make arrangements. I will promise you I will make arrangements to bring my uncle and my father and talk to you. So he would talk in a very sweet way that this person who put him behind the bars would literally feel bad. Why did I catch hold of an innocent kid and jailed him? So he would release him, and then Chaitanya Raghunath Das Goswami would go back and make arrangements for them to talk, and that dealings were over. So like this, Raghunath Das Goswami tactfully came out of that situation, and then he was thinking, what can I do? How can I go take meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Then he heard that in the nearest place, now he was born in Saptagram and he was there, and then somewhere close by is Panihati Dham, where it is outskirts of Kolkata. So there, Sri Nityananda Prabhu is coming. So everybody knew, even now and at the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was present, that Nityananda Prabhu, Haridas Thakur, and Advaita Acharya were the most intimate, associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So anything granted by these three people, or because when Nityananda Prabhu asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to deliver Jagai and Madai, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did it. So he was very sure, if I go to the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu, I would be able to attain the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he would go to Panihati Dham, and Nityananda Prabhu had come there for a visit to meet all of his associates, his disciples. So Nityananda Prabhu at the bank of Ganga under a tree on a raised platform was sitting and discussing Krishna Katha with his disciples and associates. And meantime, Raghunath Das Goswami reached Panihati Dham, and he was very shy and awkward. Like, I should have first come to Nityananda Prabhu and asked permission to go meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But without asking Nityananda Prabhu's permission, I directly went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He told, go back to your household life. Now I am very sad. I also feel guilty for not approaching Nityananda Prabhu first. So he felt very awkward to go front of Nityananda Prabhu and face. So what he did, from a very far distance, he paid obeisances and he was offering prayers. And all the associates, immediately noticed, because this person was a rich man's kid, his presence would just make out who he is. So they said, oh, look, there is Raghunath Das Goswami. And then Nityananda Prabhu said, oh, thief, come here. Oh, thief, come here. I want to give you a punishment. So Nityananda Prabhu was jokingly saying this. Nityananda Prabhu is very joking. Whenever his conversations are there, even with Advaita Acharya, when Advaita Acharya offered food, he would throw the food on Advaita Acharya and say, what food are you given? This is not at all opulent, like that. So Nityananda Prabhu, in a friendly way, very sarcastic way, always dealt with his devotee. So he said, you come here, oh thief, you come here, I'm going to punish you. And Raghunath Das Goswami is like, oh, punishment, what punishment Nityananda Prabhu is going to give? Let me go. And he fell at the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu. Oh, my Lord, you are my only shelter. I have nothing else to take shelter of. Nityananda Prabhu very gracefully placed his lotus feet on the head of Nityananda Prabhu, on the head of Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Goswami was very pleased, because by this action, Nityananda Prabhu has given me shelter. And now he's ready. Tell me what punishment. So this Panihati festival is also called as Danda Mahotsava, because it is a punishment given to a devotee, Raghunath Das Goswami. And what punishment it is? So Nityananda Prabhu says, you have to feed all my disciples and associates who have gathered here. And what joy this Raghunath Das Goswami can have, serving the devotees of the Lord, serving Lord Nityananda personally, on the request of Nityananda Prabhu. And then now where are they? They are in Panihati, beside Ganga flowing and under a tree. What can he get? What can he get? So he looked around. He went to the nearest villages. He found, milk, curd, chipped rice, fruits. All these things he gathered from various places. Then they cannot cook. So he gathered mud pots, washed them in Ganga, filled all these mud pots with, chipped rice, washed them with Ganga water, then put milk. So he segregated each pots. He made milk preparations, curd preparations, mixing these washed poha with milk, condensed milk, then with some varieties of fruits which was available, with ilachi, with edible camphor. It looked so aromatic. It was so aromatic and looked so pleasant to see. So this chip rice was made at that place, and he offered it to Nityananda Prabhu to accept, and Nityananda Prabhu distributed it to all the associates and disciples around, and they all started enjoying eating. And nearby places, people got to know that, there is a festival happening called Chida-Dahi Festival. Raghunath Das Goswami is hosting the festival. Nityananda Prabhu is personally present there. Why don't we all go gather and witness the scene? So whoever gathered, there was, it was said that there were hundreds and thousands of mud pots being purchased, and everybody was given two mud pots in their hands, one for a curd preparation and one for a milk preparation. And when each one was finished eating, and again the pots were filled, eat sumptuously, sumptuously. So like that, everything was offered, and that place becomes so crowded that there was no place around the tree, around that place to stand and eat also. So people went to the river bed. Some people went inside the river only. They couldn't, their feet were wet. Somebody was standing eating till chest, till neck filled with water. They were just holding like this and gulping it. And they all enjoyed that. And as soon the preparations were getting over so quickly. And and hearing, whenever there's a festival, wherever there is some Rath Yatra or whatever, you can notice that from somewhere the nearest vendors will put shops there. They will put shops, they will put many things, to attract the crowd, to make some money. So like that, many people heard that this is a festival of Chida-Dahi, so let me go with milk, let me go with curd, I can make some business today. So they will all put shops around Panihati, around the place of that, where the celebration is happening. Raghunath Das Goswami noticed, oh, I need not go so far. Let me grab all these things. He would make the preparations, and then again feed these shopkeepers also. Eat. And then some people would just come to witness. They don't want to take part, but they would just want, out of curiosity, want to know what is happening. They are not devotees of the Lord. They are just normal, common people. They want to know what is happening. There's so much of chanting Hari Hari, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, all this, because by tasting the preparations made by Raghunath Das Goswami, they are all very happy. They are all tasting. So much of noise. It told that the chanting of Hari Hari by all these assembled devotees, was heard in different planetary systems. They were so loudly chanting. So everybody came, many common people also came, and they were also fed. Why are you coming and only seeing? You also take prasadam, like that. And then Raghunath Das Goswami made a special pot, went and gave to Nityananda Prabhu, because Nityananda Prabhu was happy seeing the devotees fed. He did not eat as soon as Raghunath Das Goswami offered. And now Nityananda Prabhu saw the offering, saw all the disciples and associates eating. He was very happy. So now Nityananda Prabhu's special pot has come. Lies, big pots, decorated. Raghunath Das Goswami is offering. Can you please accept? And Nityananda Prabhu, out of his meditation, he invites Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to that scene. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, and nobody can see this, nobody's seeing. Only very few associates of Nityananda Prabhu, who are very intimate, could witness the arrival of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Otherwise, nobody could see. So Nityananda Prabhu, even Raghunath Das Goswami didn't know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there. So Nityananda Prabhu, went around, picked some morsel from the pot and just put it in the mouth of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very happily accepted what Nityananda Prabhu gave, and Nityananda Prabhu also accepted. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left. So this was a very grand celebration of Chida and Dahi. And now comes one personality called as Raghav Pandit. So Raghav Pandit is one of the personal cooks of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who in Krishna Leela is also assistant of one of the Sakhis. So he usually cooked for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu in his house, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu loved to eat from the hands of Raghav Pandit, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu liked all his preparations. So Raghav Pandit came and he questioned, oh, why? What is happening here? I have made so many items at my place for all of you to come and accept prasadam, but you all are doing a picnic here. You all are just coming and eating chipped rice and milk and curd. What will happen to all the preparations that I've made? Nityananda Prabhu says, oh no, I am a coward boy. He's Balaram, so yes, he's coward boy. Nityananda Prabhu says, I am a coward boy. I am in the troop of Krishna, So I like to sport outside. I like to sit on the lawn or on the grass, a mudded area, whatever, under the shade of a tree, and enjoy simple preparations like this. I love this the most. And then and then they understand, yes, now Nityananda Prabhu is showing his form as Balaram. So they very happily accept that, oh yes, you can take. Nityananda Prabhu says, you also sit. He asks Raghav Pandit, you also sit. You take prasadam here. I will come in the evening and take all the preparations that you have made. And even Raghav Pandit happily takes part in the festival. So like this, the festival goes on, and then the festival ends. The chipped rice festival ends, and then they go back to Raghav Pandit's house in the evening. They have a every day, every night, after the preaching activities, one thing happens in very common in Chaitanya Leela is they all come in a very intimate circle and do Sankirtan. They chant the holy names of the Lord with Mridanga, Kartal, and various other instruments, very close circle. And then they dance. They dance in a level that we would have never seen. Like Nityananda Prabhu is also called as Nityananda Nataraj. So he's also called as the Lord of Dance. So wherever Nityananda Prabhu dances, it is said Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is present. So in at the place of Raghav Pandit, this very beautiful kirtan is going on, and Nityananda Prabhu is dancing, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also appeared. And here also, not many people could see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, only very close associates could see, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Puri. But through meditation, Nityananda Prabhu invites, and it is also said wherever Nityananda Prabhu dances, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will come and be present there. So now, after dancing and hours of kirtan, now they are requesting. Raghav Pandit came and requested, "Come, please take prasadam, please honor prasadam." So then they go take honor prasadam, and then their day is over. So this is a day that happened, a Panihati celebration, and at the house of Raghav Pandit. The next day morning, after racing, Nityananda Prabhu finishes his morning duties and meets Raghunath Das Goswami, because Raghunath Das Goswami just came yesterday. He finished the festival, he fed all the devotees, and now the next day morning he wants to talk, because the previous day he wouldn't talk to Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu said, you arrange a festival. He arranged a festival. Then they went to Raghav Pandit's house. They celebrated kirtan there. They had prasadam and they rested. So now he wants to talk to Nityananda Prabhu, express his feelings in his heart. He wants to say that I want to take shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Please accept me. And along with it, he also wants to seek forgiveness. Please forgive me that I have not taken the shelter. I have not recognized your personality, and I try to directly go meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rejected me. You are Nityananda Prabhu, who is Balaram, who is the Guru Tattva. Without the mercy of Guru, one will not be able to attain Krishna. Attain service to Krishna also. Not Krishna, but even service to Krishna cannot be done without the mercy of Sri Guru. So after the morning duties, Nityananda Prabhu bathed in the Ganges, came out, was sitting under the tree and starting to discuss pastimes of Krishna. And now Nityananda Prabhu, Raghunath Das Goswami comes and falls, and he offers prayers. All these things that I was saying. He offers prayers and he says, "Please accept me at the as a dust of your lotus feet." And Nityananda Prabhu says, "I'm very pleased." Why Nityananda Prabhu is very pleased? Because Nityananda Prabhu is very pleased. He served the Vaishnavas. And Nityananda Prabhu says, "I'm very pleased because you served all the Vaishnavas. You fed them sumptuously. Well, even though this place had no kitchen, no setup, nothing here, but immediately you were such an intelligent man. You arranged feast for hundreds and thousands of people who were visiting here, and this would be marked in the history that such a festival happened, and you would be celebrated for this. So I'm very, very pleased. So yes, I'm giving you complete protection, and I assure that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will accept you at his lotus feet." And Raghunath Das Goswami was very happy, and he heads back to his house, thinking that yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will now accept me. Now he just has to make arrangements to retire from his household life and go to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he gets back home, he makes all the arrangements like that, and then he leaves house. But his parents are not still convinced. They're thinking, what can attract this boy more? But nothing is attracting this boy Raghunath Das Goswami apart from the divine lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he makes plan, and he one day very nicely escapes from his house, and he does not take the normal route. He thinks, if I take the normal roads, people would come find me. So he walks through villages, forests. He takes a very diverted route. From Saptagram, which is West Bengal, he goes to Puri, where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is present. He goes through forests. It is said that he walked for 12 days. He walked for 12 days with no food, very barely eating whatever was available, some fruit. Somebody at some night, if he would rest in somebody's house, they'd give him some milk. Like that, it is said that throughout the 12 days, he only had three times. He only ate three times. Otherwise, he was just his intense desire to go meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so intense that he kept walking. That gave him so much strength. And then finally, he went. He reached Puri, and he saw his Lord, his worshipable Lord, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, seated along with his associates. So he pays obeisances. Now he's also feeling very bad because 12 days of travel, I did not bring anything for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I'm looking so awkward and tidy. So let me offer obeisances from here only. And then he offers obeisances, and his associates notice, and they say they tell Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, here is Raghunath Das Goswami. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is with so much happiness, he says, oh, Raghunath is here, please come. And comes, and Raghunath Das Goswami immediately catches hold of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet and says, please give me shelter at your lotus feet. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu raises him up and hugs him very tightly and says, you are always at my shelter. And he entrusts Swarup Damodar to you be with Swarup Damodar, take whatever services, do whatever services he gives. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu keeps Raghunath Das Goswami in a very inner circle of associates, because Swarup Damodar Goswami was a very, very intimate associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Raghunath Das Goswami was with Swarup Damodar, doing services what Swarup Damodar was giving. He inquired very humbly, because he wanted Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's shelter. As soon as he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed to be guided by Swarup Damodar. He never said that, I don't want to be there, I want to only serve directly Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He didn't do that. Raghunath Das Goswami very confidentially, very submissively inquired from Swarup Damodar Goswami, how can I serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? What can please Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? How can I be the servant of yours? I'll take shelter of your lotus feet. And Swarup Damodar also was very kind, as like an elder brother, like a Siksha Guru. He guided what services he had to do in the movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Raghunath Das Goswami was also is actually known as the crown jewel of renunciation. Because despite having all these opulences, he came out of the house. That is not big opulence. Now the life he led in Puri was so glorious, because because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw that he traveled 12 days and he was very weak and without prasadam. So he instructed his personal servant Govinda to feed him nice prasadam, but he took that prasadam only for 3-4 days. After that, he said, no, I'm a renunciant, I cannot eat opulent prasadam. So he lived, he ate only what is required to keep his body and soul together, and he ate only that much he got from begging alms. So he used to stand at the Simhadwar of the temple, and he used to beg and take. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knew that he's living a life not accepting opulent prasadam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very pleased. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appreciated that it is the life of a sannyasi, that he does not accept anything opulent. He accepts what is got from begging alms. And then after a few years, he thought, no, I should not beg. Now I should give up begging also, because what begging can give mindset is, oh, today this person is coming, he'll give me money. Or this person, he never gives money. So you can start judging people or criticizing people for not giving also. So he said, no, I will not do this. So what he did, nobody could do that. What he did, when people used to eat prasadam and wash their hands, and there was in the drain whatever grains come, no, with whatever was sticking to their hand, that he would pick, wash, and accept. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very, very pleased. He said, oh yeah, because he's worried about the mindset, what could cause him from begging alms. He's moved to this. I'm very happy. Then he would also move from that stage to going and picking up in the stalls there in the Anand Bazaar, whatever was remnant, which was old 3 4 days, which was not sold, they would just throw away. And even the cows and dogs would not eat it because it would smell. There was some foul smell. But Raghunath Das Goswami did not ask anybody anything. He would just pick that, wash it, and accept it. To that level that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so pleased that he came and he said, I would also like to partake in the prasadam that you are taking. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ate what Raghunath Das Goswami ate. So that was the level of renunciation that Raghunath Das Goswami had. So Raghunath Das Goswami lived in. We're talking more about Raghunath Das Goswami because he is the cause of this festival called Panihati to be remembered till date. So just a little more about Raghunath Das Goswami. He lived in Puri for 16 years until Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's departure and Swarup Damodar Goswami's departure. Once they departed, so he, out of emptiness, because his Lord of his life departed, he is no more in this planet. He finished his Leelas here. So he wants to give up his life. So he goes to Vrindavan. But on the request of all the devotees there, some arrangement was made for, because he lived 16 years in Puri. So he knows Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very well. So the devotees in Vrindavan made arrangements for a 3 hours class every day to discuss the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Puri. So it is said that he also lived there for 40 years, serving, talking about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, spreading the glories and assisting, because he needs shelter. Because once Swarup Damodar Goswami was gone, he never became independent. He again took shelter of Sanatana Goswami after reaching Vrindavan. Under the guidance of Sanatana Goswami, he, chanted 1 lakh names a day. He offered 1,000 obeisances to Govardhan every day, bathed thrice in Radhakund, morning, afternoon, and evening. He slept. It is said he slept only for 1 hour or less than 1 hour every day, because he was mostly absorbed in chanting. He was absorbed in discussing the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he also wrote many books. So one of his very famous book is Manasiksha. Many devotees actually give presentation on Manasiksha, where it gives direct instructions to the mind on cultivation of pure devotion. So there are many books that Raghunath Das Goswami has also written. So Raghunath Das Goswami is one of the 6 Goswamis and is very, very dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this pastime of Nityananda, the pastime that happened, his life, Raghunath Das Goswami's life, shows how one can attain the eternal service of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So there is always, deep desire that, I want to go meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I want to go meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Also, when he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him some instructions. In that instructions, while discussing, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, your father and uncle are, friends of my grandfather. So they are also my grandfather. So I can joke about them. And also tell what they are. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually told that anybody who is after material profits, material gains, they think they are enjoying, but they are like the worms in the stool. The worms in the stool enjoy being there, but end of the day it is stool. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu compared people who wants to enjoy material enjoyment, uh, eh, you know be in a material enjoyment, or who are hankering after it, who are going behind it, to be considered as worms in the stool. So contradicting to his parents' ideology, Raghunath Das Goswami was a very, very wonderful renunciant. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu liked him so much because his life was of renunciation, and he had deep desire to serve the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when he first initially approached Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was rejected to go back home. But the time he met Nityananda Prabhu, took shelter, and then he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was being accepted in the service, in the mission. He was given a very important role to play among his associates. So it is for all of us to learn that not by opulence I could get some service, or not by or even not just by our deep desire, intense desire to go be with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we can take part in his leelas. No, we would be able to achieve the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is not different from Sri Krishna Chaitanya, who's not different from Krishna and Srimati Radharani combined. We cannot achieve the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without the mercy of Sri Guru. So this entire pastime of Panihati festival uh, shows us in detail how only by taking shelter of Sri Guru one can attain the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even after the Guru's acceptance, Guru's telling, yes, I bless you, and still you need somebody to practically guide you every day. That is why Swarup Damodar comes into picture, Govinda comes into picture. And then after their departure also, Sanatan Goswami comes into the picture, into the life of Raghunath Das Goswami. So a devotee's life is always under the care and guidance of another senior devotee. Even though it is Raghunath Das Goswami is not an ordinary devotee. He's an acharya. He is part of the parampara, the Guru parampara. He is a very well-known person. He himself is always taking shelter of a devotee to guide him practically. So all of us have to also accept that I cannot independently please Krishna or please Gaur Nitai. I can only please them by being in the shelter of their devotees, and also accepting a very simple life. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's whole troop is a renunciant group. He has to, Nityananda Prabhu's troop is Grahastha troop, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is full of sannyasis. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu likes simple devotees, likes people who are not after material, even though, because you see, all the disciples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or very close associates are from a very aristocratic family. They are very rich, they are from a very respectable family. But still, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu likes all of them because even despite having all of it, they were not behind it, or they were not attached to money, wealth, fame, or women. None of this. They were only wanting to spread the glory of holy name along with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that attracts Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That desire attracts Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And for all of us also, it'll be very nice to try to lead a simple life and take shelter of Shri Guru, by which Nityananda Prabhu is shelter is accepted, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercies, we can attract Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. So as a remembrance of this whole festival, every year this festival is celebrated in ISKCON, and it is a very famous festival, Chida-Dahi Festival. And similarly, like what Raghunath Das Goswami did, devotees get pots, mud pots, they make different preparations and fill it and offer it to Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in our temple also, we are celebrating this Sunday Panihati festival. It is actually on Saturday, but most devotees can come on Sunday for the celebration. So Sunday the celebration is planned. So devotees who are at home can make some Chida-Dahi preparation for the pleasure of Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu at their houses. You all can get recipes from Vani Mataji. Vani Mataji has many recipes with her. So because the temple has given us some recipes, and we have also been very fortunate to be given, because the temple makes various flavors for the Lord's pleasure, 16 flavors at least, and we have been blessed to make one flavor of preparation, which is strawberry. We have picked strawberry. Last 2 years we were making rose. So there are many flavors in it. So you can also offer at your house on Saturday and Sunday. Vani Mataji is coordinating the bhoga preparation for the pleasure of the deities. So, and it is very special because only the devotees, only preparations cooked in the kitchen, in the deity kitchen, is offered to the deities. But this festival is very special. Anybody, like devotees from outside who makes Chida-Dahi and brings, it's been offered to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it's a very, very special blessing to all of us that it will be offered. So all of us can come together. Vani Mataji will circulate what is required. Some purchases are required. It will be planned, and would be made with love and being offered to the Lord. So there's also one very famous Panihati festival in Newtown, New Panihati, it is called. It's in the West, in the US. So Guru Maharaj is always there for this festival. In the initial days, Guru Maharaj was always there. They were making hundreds of flavors, different flavors of hundreds of pots of Chida-Dahi for the pleasure of the Lord. So it's a very well celebrated festival. Usually, devotees go out to the rivers of banks of some river, and then they celebrate there. Um, the temple management also planned to go this year, but out of some devotees already being on yatras for Purushottam month, we couldn't bring many devotees together. So this year we are celebrating it in our temple. So let us all happily remembering how Nityananda Prabhu gave shelter to Raghunath Das Goswami. May Nityananda Prabhu give shelter to me also and to this whole group of Gaur Nitai circle, to the temple, and all the devotees observing this Panihati festival. May Nityananda Prabhu give his shelter, give his blessings that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will one day accept us also in his troop to spread the holy name, accept us to be one of the members of his group. So that was a short pastime and detailed narration about Raghunath Das Goswami. So thank you all. I would request Sumitra Prabhu to add or correct me if I said something inappropriate.
Hare Krishna, very thoughtful discussion you had. All of you can switch on our cameras maybe for last 23 minutes, and then these festivals are definitely celebrated. The only reason is that we want to uplift our consciousness. Any festival, mostly, apart from, this is a proper Gaudiya Vaishnava festival. Other festivals, if you see, definitely they are mostly connected to the pastime of Srimati Radharani or Lord Sri Krishna, or not directly to Mahaprabhu or Mahaprabhu's associates. We are very fortunate that we have such a festival named Panihati or Chida-Dahi Festival in our Sampradaya. And we should be very proud of it. That you see how beautiful pastimes are unfolding. Even if this is known, when we hear again, when Prabhu was sharing, it was so nice to dive into that nectarian pastime again, hear the glories of Raghunath Das Goswami and Nityananda Prabhu, and how the dealings between them, Raghav Pandit, and all the Mayapur Vasis, or we can say Navadvip Vasis, Dham Vasis. The life of Raghunath, Raghunath Das Goswami, right? Prabhu? The life of Raghunath Das Goswami is a glorious life. Is a life which we are Grihastha. He was a Grihastha. Um, Even if he wanted to run away from his, house and go back, Mahaprabhu said, no, 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 you stay back. Similarly, how Arjuna was instructed by Krishna, that you stay back. You take care of the responsibilities first. It's not like Arjuna was running away from his responsibility and neither Raghunath Das Goswami. Just that they couldn't stop their attraction for the Lord. Pure devotees, no, they have come for a purpose, and they are eager to serve. Why he was again and again running away? What does that show? That shows eagerness to serve. Right. For us, it is other way around. we are we are asked to come. We are called. We are messaged. We are Means all of us, not only. In ISKCON, we have so many devotees. Everyone is called, followed up. सबको फोन किया जाता है, पूछा जाता है, आओगे, आ सकते हो क्या? Please आ जाओ. It was not the same case with Raghunath Das Goswami. He was enthusiastic. You don't have to call him. He wants to be there all the time. in the service. But Mahaprabhu said, no, 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 please take care. You are a just newly married person, and your wife and children are waiting for you. Your family wants you to take part in business because they want you to run the show now. They are old. तो आप करो पहले वो सब कर लो थोड़ा सा ठीक है ना so make them happy first and then he followed the order and he did that in Krishna consciousness not that he did out of some karma kanda or something like that not like that he led a ideal life and then he joined Mahaprabhu's movement and how did he join you see Prabhu was explaining so nicely I was also uh, means we are all going in that flow how Prabhu was narrating so it was so nice that he went to Puri, he took shelter of. He was always in shelter, as Prabhu was mentioning. Even if his Aradhya was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His Aradhya was not Krishna, if you see. Yeah. Not directly Krishna. Yes, he knew Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna were not different. He is a Goswami. Goswami means who is master of the senses. He is a Acharya, celebrated Acharya. But still, many people find difficulty in surrendering themselves to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I see, let's say, right? You see, there was nothing with related to Krishna that today was spoken. It was entirely centered around two personalities, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, Krishna and Balaram in Kali Yuga. So these all topics when we hear this bring more conviction in us. Yes, Mahaprabhu is Krishna. Means we even if we have information now, but our belief system has not been fully accepted somewhere, then these are the ones where we should dive into. If Goswamis are worshipping Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, who are we to have a suspicion on this? No? And Mahaprabhu is saying, you before approaching me, before approaching Krishna, we should approach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But before approaching Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we should approach Nityananda. Now, before approaching Nityananda Prabhu, we should approach Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Sanatan Goswami, Govind. And before that, we should approach Raghunath Das Goswami. So, what is the theme here? It is the same theme. Dasanu, Dasanu, Dasa. They are just going down and down and down. Servant, the servant, and the servant of the Lord. And the more down you go, the more uplifted consciousness you have in the eyes of Krishna. I don't know if Prabhu actually said this, but I was just to highlight when he was a renunciant. See, he was a wealthy family person and he was in Puri. He begged initially. Then he felt he begging is also having some expectation that this person might regularly give me or this person doesn't give me, so I will not approach that person. Something like that, Prabhu was explaining. In that, what he did, maybe I just highlight one line there. He went to the drain where as Prabhu said, that they were washing hands. Who were washing hands? Whoever come to Jagannath Puri, the normal people who are connected to Lord Jagannath in their own way, some by devotion, some by sentiment, some by prayers, some by situations. They used to come, they will have Mahaprasad that is served there. They'll wash their hands, wash the plates, all those remaining rice that they couldn't eat on the plate will be flowing down the drain. That even the cows won't eat the because that will be the smell stinky smell will be coming out of that. He used to take that, go home, wash it off, then have it. Do you think it is not like we should imitate that, but you see what a position he has in materially and what a position he is taking spiritually. It is so much shift. Not everyone of us can do it. Neither we see so many devotees means this is the sign of humility. We are dealing in a world where we are getting hurt by a simple thing if some Prabhu or Mataji or anyone says, or any guru chastises the disciples, or even our family members say something to us, or our colleagues or our friends say something to us, we get offended so easily, and we say we are humble. Maybe yes, but you see the level of humility we should learn from Raghunath Das Goswami. We all, including me and you all, that this is real humility. No one is watching there. He was not making a show that somebody will come tomorrow and see that how much austerity I'm doing. No, not like that. He was just having. And Mahaprabhu supposed to become by like his house and to see what he is eating, because he came to know somehow. And Mahaprabhu said, I want to taste that what you are eating. You see, the more glorified thing. It is actually an emotional moment when you hear this. Mahaprabhu is saying कि अगर तुम पा रहे हो इसको मैं भी पाऊंगा. I will also have that stinky rice nobody will want to have. And then he was saying, no, 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 Mahaprabhu, please, 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 do not have, this is only for me, it is not for you, you are Lord himself. But Mahaprabhu didn't listen to him, and he had one grain also. And the moment he had, he said, from today onwards this should be stopped. We should be delivered prasad, not this. You see the position that Raghunath Das Goswami is taking his life, my God, seeking forgiveness from Nityananda Prabhu, using everything in the service of devotees by getting that punishment, serving devotees happily. So we get so many learnings. Okay, how we should serve devotees happily. We should be always under someone's shelter. We should seek forgiveness. We should be humble so much. We should be not attached to the material facilities that has been provided. Instead, utilize it for the service of the Lord. And so much so. And focus our attention on pleasing Nityananda Prabhu, pleasing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna is very difficult to approach. Maybe this Mayapur Dham Yatra, which we are planning, might bring more connections of us as Gaudiya Vaishnava. That what will, how I can be more connected to all these personalities, whom I'm hearing, let's say, for the third time, fourth time, or 10th time, whatever. But I have not developed any connection yet with them. Let me develop. Not only I keep my relationship with Krishna, I will expand this relationship to his devotees and to his associates. So let us take this in this mood. I just wanted to add this. There can be more, can be spoken for hours, but yeah. Any devotees would like to add anything or ask anything, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji
Thank
Dandapana.
you, Premanidhi Prabhu. Yeah. Yes.
Raghunath Goswami was there in that period when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was also here in this world, isn't it?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
Yeah. In
But in
that
the
case,
Chida-Dahi festival, one
uh,
thing to add, Mataji, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was physically not present. It was only Nityananda Prabhu initially. But when the punishment was given, and and everyone was having prasad, Chida-Dahi made by Raghunath Das Goswami, Nityananda Prabhu invoked from his meditation Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came there personally. He was not physically there, you know, and he blessed everyone. And only the associates could see that. So that was happened.
okay, like in the Rath Yatra, he was dancing with every group, though he was presently dancing only with one group. Everybody could not see that.
Yes.
Every group was thinking he is dancing with us only, like that.
Yeah, means there he was still physically present with only
Yeah.
one group. Yes, others would feel. Yes, yes, you are right
Yeah.
in one sense. So
Yeah.
he's expand. He could come out of the meditation of Nityananda Prabhu. Balram invoked. Nityananda Prabhu invoked him.
So like that, he here expanded and he was present in that particular festival.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Any other devotees to ask or add anything or take away? Hmm, I want to do this now here on.
We are very much eager about this one program to Mayapur because okay, to Vrindavan we already have connection with Krishna, so we expect that here this is a new connection which we developed with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we are really excited and lot of expectation that how we will feel when you actually go to Mayapur. As I felt in Vrindavan, how what will be the feeling, how I will be able to that feeling is still, that expectation and excitement is still there, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hari, 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 Hari. Actually, this excitement should be there. Okay, that eagerness, na, should be there because this is our original home, and the Prabhupada used to say, knowing Krishna and then knowing Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu is knowing his PhD, understanding is the highest. Very nice, Mataji, that you shared your enthusiasm. We hope to expand your enthusiasm to everyone in Gaur Sector.
Definitely, sure, sure, sure. Thank you, Prabhuji. The moment I saw that, somehow I got attracted to Chaitanya Charitamrita, though I could not continue and finish it and all that. But that attraction is still there. But I already attracted to Krishna, but how I got attracted to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how I will feel when I go to Mayapur, as I had a feeling.
Now we have to see Krishna from the eyes of Mahaprabhu.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, other devotees. Thank you, Mataji. Why moment of silence? Okay. Something should come in, right? We have to sleep.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, one more doubt from my side. We are visiting these dhams and all that. Is it a material pleasure or a spiritual pleasure?
Okay.
How we classify this?
What do you think?
Uh, for me, visiting temples, okay, I visit temples, but the pleasure I get in meditation, in chanting, and being near to Krishna, that pleasure is something different from my visit to a dham or something like that. Maybe even in Vrindavan, the last day I got that particular attachment and pleasure. Till the first 4 days, it was okay, like visiting any other temple town type. So that's why I'm asking whether it's a material pleasure or a spiritual pleasure.
Any activity we do, we are not doing for our pleasure. We are doing for the pleasure of Lordships. We might get pleasure even materially or spiritually after a very long period of time. Or we might get some momentary pleasure if we are newbies. Raghunath Das Goswami was deriving pleasure every time. That was spiritual pleasure. He was deriving every time. So when we receive that kind of mercy, when we do that kind of austerity and that kind of absorb, absorption in devotional service, we'll also receive. But that is not the devotee's goal. The devotee goal is to give pleasure to the Lord. So maybe in some things we derive right now, and in some things we do not. But ultimately, it is not us that has to derive, it is the Lord that has to receive. Then ultimately, we will get it over time. So, essentially, so,
Mm.
yeah,
I'm
it
not
is
able to get you,
definitely.
Prabhu.
What I am trying to say, as you said, it is for spiritual pleasure or material pleasure. It is not about our pleasure. That is what I meant to say.
Okay.
Okay?
It is not
It
our
is not
pleasure, it is the pleasure of God.
exact. So we may like, we may not like. Lord should like. For His
Okay.
pleasure, we will do. Let it be staying, going to Dham, let it be chanting, let it be serving, let it be. Our pleasure, if we bring, that will be a different way of
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
any devotees. Abhishek Prabhu, Chaitanya Prabhu, Rani Mataji, Arunaksha Prabhu, anything to add? Yes, Jivan, whatever. last concluding 1-2 points, and then you can stop. Or any questions to Prabhu?
Hare Krishna, no, Prabhu, thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much for the wonderful, narration, Premanidhi Prabhu.
Okay.
And for Mataji, I would like to tell Geeta Mataji that yes, it is pleasure for the Lord, but for the devotees who are, who is very sincere and he is very dedicated in sadhana, so he neither gets material pleasure or spiritual, he gets transcendental pleasure.
What's the difference between transcendental pleasure and spiritual pleasure?
Spiritual, say, we can tell like it's like a ritual who is practicing, and he is getting some kind of temporary pleasure, like a person who is very ritualistic.
Yeah, maybe not like that. What Prabhu meant to say is like, in English words, there is not much difference between spiritual and transcendental.
Yeah.
So Prabhu wanted to highlight that transcendental is something which is not the beginning stage of receiving spiritual pleasure, it is the highest.
Yeah, that stage
But
we
in
have never
English,
reached, and when we will reach, we don't know about it. At present,
yeah,
we
yeah,
have only two, that material pleasure is there and spiritual pleasure is. These are the only two which
yeah,
we are concerned with
yeah, yeah.
now.
I mean, spiritual pleasure is mostly interchangeably used for transcendental pleasure also.
Yeah, that's what I also thought, but when
Yeah.
he specifically mentioned,
No,
I
no.
wanted to have the clarification. As the
Yeah,
third point,
I just mentioned that devotees who are very sincere and who are dedicated with sadhana, for them I told the transcendental pleasure.
Yeah.
I think we have not reached that level, maybe. Or neither I have reached that level. Sir. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, means we are getting whatever spiritual opportunities. They are all spiritual transactions, or spiritual avenues, or spiritual means, or to get into the next mode of absorption in the service. So anything that we receive spiritually, we should accept, and we should take it that it is another opportunity to please the Lord. Then yes, slowly things will unfold.
Practically, when we go there, we don't think about Lord's pleasure. We think of more of our pleasure when we see the Lord, when we see
Yeah, that
the.
is what I said. So we should think of him, his place. That.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you for the clarification. Maybe it's foolish to
I don't.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much for clarifying.
Arunachal Prabhu, you want to add anything?
No, Prabhu, I told thank you so much for clarifying.
Okay. Vancha kalpataruvascha kripasindhudevascha patitanang pavanebhyo अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय समवेत भक्तवृंद की जय Hare Krishna Prabhupada ki jai. We are very much thankful to Premanidhi Prabhuji for bringing this wonderful topic. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
It was a very wonderful narration. He took us totally engrossed into it. We are totally immersed into it. Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Pray for Prabhu, all of you, for his spiritual growth also. And happy belated Krishna conscious birthday, Vani Mataji. Thank you. Very good. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.